Douala is Cameroon's largest city with over 3 million inhabitants, the economic capital and the main port of the country. King Aqua and King Mangabel were two famous kings who ruled Douala in primordial times. Douala has a high-profile cultural heritage. The hospitality and true spirit of the Douala people can be experienced during the Ngondo festival. Douala lies within the equatorial rainforest region of the country and is some 125 miles, 200 kilometers west of the country's capital city, Yaoundé. Africa in one nation, often referred to as Africa in miniature. Cameroon is a developing country in West Central Africa near the equator on Africa's Atlantic coast. Outside the swelling and modernized cities of Cameroon, rainforests stretch from the Atlantic Ocean, giving way to savanna and semi-desert in the north. Cameroon offers a range of attractions such as mountains, volcanic highlands, coastal plains, jungle rivers, rainforests, and savanna. The country is rich with potentials in terms of agriculture, forestry, marine life, minerals, and natural resources. And for the wise, where business goes, tourism flows. Cameroon has a rich cultural heritage with over 250 different ethnic groups, speaking some 280 local languages. Cameroon's high linguistic value can be realized in its bilingual capacity. French and English are the main official languages of the country. With 8 French-speaking provinces and only 2 otherwise known as Anglophone provinces, the Southwest and the Northwest provinces. The country got its name from the Portuguese word Cameros, which means prawns. Arriving Cameroon's coast in the 1500s, the Portuguese found a large amount of prawns around the river Wouri and named the river of Prawns, Rios dos Cameros, which then became the name of the entire land of Cameroon.
The road to our left leads us to the West Province of Cameroon, while the one we're taking leads us to the Southwest Province. And if you follow the road to my left, you could also go to the Northwest Province. And when you get to Bafoussam, the capital of the West Province, you could go back to Yaoundé. So there are 2 roads to get to Yaoundé. You can go to Yaoundé either through Douala or through Bafoussam in the West Province.
After a stopover at the Sawa Hotel in Douala, the delegation made their way to Buea. This is a town with a very strong historic potential, as it was the first capital of Cameroon during the days of the Germans. With the first bilingual high school in the country and the only English university, the town is considered very Anglo-Saxon.
70 meters. It is the highest summit in West and Central Africa. And as far as the continent of Africa is concerned, it comes second only to Mount Kilimanjaro is in East Africa. And it is interesting to note that Mount Cameroon stretches from the Atlantic Ocean far in Limbe right down to the town of Muyuka, still in Fako division of the Southwest Province. And if you are even in Calabar in Nigeria, you could see the Mount Cameroon from the other side. The view of Mount Cameroon from the other side is precisely like what we are seeing right now. So it's indeed a very interesting sight. If you go to the top of the mountain, indeed it is a sight to see, and it really takes your breath away when you look at some of the gullies which we can see from here. There are many activities which take place in the mountain. First of all, you'll notice that there's the forest, and when you move along the forest for about 12 kilometers, you come around a portion which is made up of grassland. And after moving along this grassland for quite some time, you'll climb until you come to a very rocky portion. It is not very easy to get to the mountain. There are tourists who take about 2 days to get to the summit, and some who don't want to give themselves a lot of trouble could take even as much as 3 or 4 days. This is the Bismarck Fountain. The Bismarck Fountain was built in honor of Otto von Bismarck, who was a German chancellor. And it has been standing here since the days of the Germans. Many tourists who come to Buea always visit the Bismarck Fountain. And it is indeed a tourist site, a point of attraction. There is what we call the old government school, which is today a military camp, as you can see. The old government school is a school which was built by the Germans. In fact, it is one of the first primary schools we had here in the southwest province of Cameroon. It was built by the Germans, but today it's a military office. In the colonial days, this was where the German governor of Cameroon lived. Today it is referred to as a Prime Minister's Lodge, but it is a private residence of the head of state each time he comes to the southwest province. So this is the Prime Minister's Lodge in the colonial days of the Germans. It is reminiscent of the Achimota School in Ghana. For those who have been to Ghana, they must have heard about the Achimota School. The architecture is quite similar to what we have here at the PM's office in the colonial days.
Thank you for watching Boat City Media, where stories come to life. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful documentaries and global updates. Follow us for more stories that inform, inspire, and entertain. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay connected. Boat City Media, bringing the world to your screen.